Good evening, YouTube. Derek here, Hardball Crazy, come back with a video. Um, Today is a video I promised a while back that I was going to do a football themed video for my Spartan collection. Um, Draft weekend, you probably all watching the draft right now on this Thursday night. I'm not really watching. I just got home from work. I got pull some cards out of my binders, and I thought I'd showcase a few football cards. They're all just like the basketball. There's some new, old, regional, oddball autograph, a little of everything. Hopefully, it'll it'll satisfy everybody's taste buds for some football cards. Um, so I'll show you off. I have four binders of cards in my Spartan football binders. Probably about 3,800 different unique cards, all Spartans, all football cards. And I'm gonna do this in a two-part video, and it's just a handful of them. Part one to start off with. It's being the draft weekend, something I'm very proud as a Spartan fan, Spartan alumni, is that since the 1967 NFL AFL Common Draft, there's been at least one Spartan drafted every year. There's only been 4 or 5 schools that could say that, and Michigan State is one of them. So I'm very proud of that, and that streak should continue some point in the next couple days. I don't think nobody's going to get drafted tonight, but next 2 or 3 days should be about at least a couple players, 2 to 3 players should get drafted. So here you go. I'm going to start off with my rookie cards of Pro Football Hall of Famers. There's 3 of them. First is Morton Anderson, former Saints kicker, Falcons kicker, at one point the all-time leading scorer in NFL history. And this is one of quite a few rookie card NFL Hall of Fame rookie cards, 84 tops. Next up is Joe Lamelier, former Bills and Browns offensive lineman. He's part of the electric company who turned on the juice for O.J. Simpson. Next up, Packer great from the Lombardi era. Defensive back Herb Adderley. This is a 64 Philadelphia rookie card. We only misspelled Adderley on this card. It's supposed to be the Ley. It says halfback, but he was a halfback in MSU, and he became a Pro Bowl Hall of Fame corner. And speaking of Herb Adderley, this is one of my oddball cards I like very much. 61 Lake to Lake Packers set. This predates his rookie card by 3 years. Kind of a tough regional card. 61 Lake to Lake Packers set. There's 2 Spartans who went up north, and made the Hall of Fame up there, It's Canadian CFL Hall of Famers. Ellison Kelly. This is an old Topps card. I do not know the year off the top of my head, but this is a CFL card for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. CFL Hall of Famer. He did have a play real briefly with the New York Giants. And this is an early 80s Jogo of Danny Bass, linebacker. I think he's still Michigan State's all-time leading tackler. He played in the late 70s, 78 Big Ten championship team. 1981, 82 Jogo, 82, 83, I don't know. Here's some oddball card from the 70s. Came out of a Slim Jim. Billy Joe Dupree, former Cowboys tight end, All-Pro. Did you know that Kirk Gibson, the World Series hero 2 times over, was a former Michigan State player, football? He was one of the greatest wide receivers ever in Michigan State history. There's been a lot of them. And he's also got inducted about 2 years ago or so into the College Football Hall of Fame. He was fast, big, and strong, and he was very, very good. He got trapped by the Cardinals' really low pick because he was a threat to play baseball, and teams really wanted him. Wasn't sure if he could play NFL football. He probably would have if he would just play football, not baseball. He only played 1 year in baseball at Michigan State and 4 years of football. Baseball kind of just keep him busy, I guess, or keep him in shape. I can't remember his football coach at the time. Dale Rogers told him to go off of the baseball team. Then he did very well and got drafted by the Tigers. And If you just stayed to football, you probably would have been a first round pick with the Cardinal or with the NFL. Here's a cool insert parallel of Topps Chrome. I love the camouflage. That'll be a cool shine to show you. Keyshawn Martin. Love the camo shine. Next up is, do you remember when, way back when uniform numbers and the numbered cards match each other? Uniform numbers of the player and a numbered card. I have a couple of them. It's got to show you one. Here's a Cedric Irvin card. He wore number 33, and it's numbered 33 out of 50. Remember that was a thing in the hobby, was like highly collectible, but kind of fizzled out after a while. But I still have a couple of them. It's cool to have in my collection. What's my Michigan State collection without showing a Kirk Cousins autograph? My all-time favorite Spartans. No matter what these guys do in the NFL, they're my favorites because of what they did in college. I was at the game where he threw the Hail Mary to beat Wisconsin. Epic finish. It was right in my corner in the end zone I was standing. Here's another autograph for you. Perhaps the greatest backup quarterback in NFL history, Earl Morrall. I have several Earl Morrall autographs. Here's one from SP Authentic. He actually started 9 games for the Dolphins in that 72 undefeated Super Bowl championship season. Greasy was hurt most of the year. Morrall started 9 of the games, and they still was undefeated. Here's another autograph. Remember these things? 91 Pro Line autographs. You get autographs in the packs and sign in the back. Here's Jim Morrissey. He was part of the Super Bowl champs Bears, part of the Super Bowl Shuffle. Yes, he was in the video Super Bowl Shuffle. He was like one of the guys in the back. Fun fact about Morrissey is that he's the last to wear number 51 before the Bears retired Dick Butkus. And his son played at MSU football team a few years back, and his daughter played at MSU's women's basketball team. Part of the Morrissey legacy at Michigan State. Now, next up would be my, I would say my most valuable cards in my collection, not because they're monetarily better, because it has sentimental reasons. I grew up with this kid, this guy, yes. We played Little League Baseball together, and they're from a small town, and we had classes together. He was my class, so the class was like 30 or 40 for like junior high school. We were in every class pretty much, so for 3 or 4 years. We were friends and such, and classmates and baseball teammates. He's one of those kids that 4.0 student, every sport he picked up at, he excelled at, one of those guys. It's Mill Coleman, Mill the Thrill. After his freshman year in high school, he was our starting quarterback our freshman year in high school, varsity team. And he said, you know what, I need to get out of this town to make it big time, which I don't blame him. So he moved to Detroit, Farmington Hills, Harrison, to a football school that was. He won state titles and broke a bunch of passing records, got to Michigan State. At the time, this is before slash and all the type of fancy offenses. This is still the old school football mentality. He's not much bigger than I am, 5'9" or so. So he got switched to wide receiver and became a really good wide receiver, still in the top 10, 12 adult time receptions in Michigan State history. Would have done more in the NFL, but senior year he kind of blew out his knee and a punt return. So he did play in the Bears practice squad. There's a card of one of the Bears. This is like cool. I have the card of childhood friend, classmate, baseball teammate, and that's kind of cool. And he did play the CFL for a little bit. There's a CFL card of him. It's like my 2 favorite cards of my collection. Childhood friends of mine. So that'd be cool. And I ended with one last card. Is we have jersey cards, bat cards, dirt cards, seat cards. How about a card of a piece of pylon? This is a pylon for Super Bowl 50. Of Benny Fowler. Panini made this available after the Super Bowl. Benny Fowler is the answer to a trivia question, and that's Super Bowl 50. He caught a pass from Peyton Manning late in the game, very end of the game, and he's the one that caught the last official pass of Peyton Manning in an official NFL game. There you go. That's part one of my Michigan State football collection. A little bit of this. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching. I'll probably do part two probably tomorrow or the next day, and this is going to have a little bit more vintage feel to it than this one. So thank you for watching. Have a good night.